And welcome back to another drama time. I got some tea for you today. We've got Joseph, we got Doug. We're going to be deep diving into some therapy.
I thought we were doing storage wars today.
It's, think of it as opening a box, but there's lots of words in it from people with what's the word? Undealt with trauma, something like that. Yeah.
Regardless of what we do on camera with you, Farfa, it always feels like therapy, you know?
Like the good kind or like CBT?
Okay.
Back in 2016, I went to my first regional in the height of me beginning to play the game competitively at 16 years old with a buddy of mine, Mithrilium. I was playing Invoked Blue Eyes and had just picked the deck up, having been playing Blue Eyes Zolkin 2 weeks prior.
Not to interrupt immediately, but do you remember that period in 2016 where every bad deck, like 3 weeks in, they'd be like, what if we played Zolkin? And they would just like make Zolkin as part of the combo.
Was it because Gofu, I think, was like a cool new tool at the time?
Yeah,
or...
it was like Gofu, and some people were doing Mali, but that was horseshit. The way the Metal Foes deck did it was it would use like Gofu and an Adamantite, which you could make off the tokens. It was like stupid as fuck. And they were never good. They were okay. They were all right.
I was still new to the deck, but to my surprise was doing pretty well. It was round 3 of the tournament and time was about to be called. My opponent Jaugen was playing anti-meta.
It's actually called Yogan. His name is actually Yogan.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
That sounds like it could be true. Someone fact check us on that.
That's like all of what I say. It sounds like it could be true, but it's not.
You're really good at that.
Yeah, like 20% of the time it is.
There's a whole playlist on his channel called Twitter Threads. You kind of follow that same philosophy there. He took game 1, we had a back and forth game 2, and in game 3, it came down to the wire. I felt like he was slow playing, but I couldn't tell if it was his deck or if it was malicious, which by the way...
Or if it was his brain.
his deck? Like what's... his name's Jaugen. What is that?
His deck forces him to slow play.
Oh my god. Oh, how do I set the solemn? Do I flip the solemn? Oh, man.
He had a set monster that had a full board of 2 Spirit Dragons, a Makaba, a Raijin, and a Blue Eyes alternative with an Invocation and Alistair in my hand, and a single
Okay, hold up.
set
That is
Book of Moon.
that's not anti-meta.
No, that's him. That's him.
Oh, okay. All right.
Also,
yeah.
every time this guy talks about his deck, it's just like, who asked?
Whoa, you were playing Invoke? That's crazy, dude.
No, he switched to Zolkin 2 weeks prior.
Oh my god. It was everything. We were about to go into time, so I quickly went to the battle phase to attempt to claim my 3rd ever regional game. However, when I attacked the monster, it turned out to be a Fossil Dyna Pachycephalo. Feeling defeated, I sighed as time got called and I looked down at the board state thinking I'd lost. However, some dude from behind Jaugen called... shit, I said Jaugen. No, Jaugen!
I'm about to say, no way, he already convinced
That's
you
actually
to
a
say
combination of both of them. It's Yogan or Jaugen.
However, some dude from behind...
Yeah, go for it.
However, some dude from behind, Jaugen called Honest, pointed out that if I have a monster in my hand, the game is over. As I could just simply negate the Fossil Dyna with Makaba. Me and Jaugen both heard what Honest had said, and I proceeded to do just as he said, winning me the game. Jaugen complained while he signed the slip that I clearly hadn't thought about that before Honest had said anything, and so I should just let him have the win. I said, no, I was just thinking over my play first. Jaugen got pissed and started to complain to Honest behind him, who he seemingly had no idea who he was. Honest gave me a fist bump while the altercation continued, and I left to go turn in my slip and meet up with Mithrilium.
So what is the question here? What are we supposed to be determining? If they should be allowed to live? Like, what?
Should we execute Honest?
Do you think he really was thinking about it? Like, let's be
No.
honest. Let's just start off with
No,
that. Do you think he was
obviously
thinking
not.
about it?
He's not. He's
Right,
not.
right.
He says in the thing, thinking I had lost.
I feel like this is such a really frustrating common thing that happens at a lot of locals.
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Backseat,
Backseat
like,
dueling out loud.
in the middle of a game. What do you do? Like, what do you say? Like,
It sucks. I don't know.
I think in this situation, obviously, I don't think you should give your opponent the win. He was like, you should give me the win because you weren't going to do it till you heard it. I think you just have to chalk it up to, that's bad beats. That guy behind me shouldn't have said it. That's like not something you're allowed to do. But, I am gonna, win the game. It's a play that I could have come up with if I had sat down and thought. I really do think it's just a tough situation for everyone.
Like, here's one that I always wondered, right? Like, if you're at a regional or a YCS, and this is the type of thing that, like, no one would do because you would get banned, but I was always curious what would happen. Let's say two people are sitting down and one person is behind the opponent and just starts reading the hand out loud. Like, yeah, that person's gonna get in trouble, but do you
What's the
keep
repercussions?
playing now that
Yeah.
one player knows the other player? Like, how does that work? So, like, you know, this is sort of a less serious version of that, where it's like, yeah, what do you do once, like, someone says that out loud? Because it's not like you can go back and be like, oh, I guess, you know, you weren't gonna do that, or I don't know. It's just a shitty situation. Yeah, it's just a bad beats story. Like, I don't know.
Probably the plan here is, if you are the guy who got fucked over by the situation, you call a judge and you're like, how do we negotiate this? And then whatever they say, you do. I don't think there's any other way to resolve this. It's just rough.
Yeah, so this is a regional for context.
That's crazy, by the dude. That changes everything.
bringing
Dude,
these
that
saga
honest guy.
marks.
Oh my god, yeah, the Jowgen guy should have called a judge immediately. Oh my god, this guy
Yeah.
got so scummed. I thought this was at locals. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, a regional. Now, my headcanon is telling me that Honest did this just because of, like, some visceral hatred for Stun, because he, like, gave him a fist bump and then started arguing with
You don't know
Jowgen
people
afterwards.
that do this, like, I don't know. I feel like backseating out loud is like a problem that a lot of people have, and it's just like very annoying.
Let me tell you guys a really funny cheating story that was quite popular in the UK here. So there was a, I think a famous incident that's essentially just turned into, like, you know, those rumors that change into other rumors that's like, then eventually end up with a whole different story. But I heard this many times throughout the year. So basically, there was this kid who would go to tournaments, right? And this was at the height of, like, Gore's Tragodia. And so he would...
It's Tragoedia, actually.
Yeah, so he would try and attack for game or whatever, and he would be trying to, like, figure out, like, should I attack for game? So he would ask his mum, who would be behind his opponent, and he would say, do they have Pepsi or Coke? And then she would...
Dude, they're doing the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire coughing thing. What
Yeah,
an insane...
that's awesome.
Dude, what a mom, by the way, teaching her kid to, like, fucking cheat.
So if she said Coke, it meant that there was Trag or Gores. If there was a Pepsi, it meant it was okay to go for game. So that's
What a
fun little
mom.
story.
Jesus Christ, man.
Is that good or bad parenting?
Bad
Awful.
parenting. You
Awful
shouldn't be teaching your
parenting.
kid how to break the rules.
Well, you know what? Don't you hear people say all the time, I would die for my child, I would kill for my daughter. Well, I would
Yeah,
call out
okay.
Gores or Trag for my daughter.
I think the stakes on that are a little lower.
People are like, would you kill 1,000 gorillas for your kid? Sure.
Would you suck
suck
1,000
1,000 gorillas' dicks for your
For
kid?
your son to win a YCS.
Did you not see that Twitter drama going around recently? It was like, would you delete your Steam account for your daughter? It's like, why do men always predicate it with violence? You know, would you delete your, you know, save file on
I got a
L?
lot of royal rares. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, well, I mean, this is, yeah, a really bad situation. Not really much else to say on this. other
Honest
than
is
it
the
sucks.
asshole. Like, it's
Honest
no
is
one's
the
fault
asshole.
except
Also-
Honest.
You have to be, this guy playing Invoke Blue Eyes, you have to be real with yourself. He's being like, oh, my opponent was acting so ridiculously. It's like, you understand what you did, right? You are open to us in this situation that you were not really thinking about it, okay? So, I'll say this thing I say on stream all the time, which is, be fucking for real. You know, lying
Wait, that
to
means
us,
that he
Did you come up
accepted
with that?
coaching, right? Like,
In defense of Honest, what if they had said out the correct play there, thinking that because the guy here literally said, like, you know, he, like, sighs, and then what exactly say? He looks down at his board state thinking evil. Maybe in, like, Honest interpretation, like, the game had concluded, and so it was okay to say that.
Oh, that's where a judge call would really have helped.
yeah, this should have been a judge call on Jowgen's side, I think. But I know people are afraid to call judges, so I get it. I mean, I don't call a judge. Like, what the fuck? But
Does anything take away from drama time? It's always call a judge, ladies and gentlemen. I, Sword Soul Taya, returned to the game during the time when Mastodon was giving out the Sword Soul structure deck. I hadn't played Yu-Gi-Oh! Since pre-Invasion of Chaos as a kid, but remembered loving the game and really wanted to get back into it. I'd asked a couple of friends, the Golden Sword Souls, who were vaguely interested in Yu-Gi-Oh! To download Mastodon and use my campaign code so I could get the deck and the 10 Yi cards. But I still needed one more code entry to get the full rewards. I asked my girlfriend Moyi, God, I wish that were me, if she would help me out. She and I got into Magic the Gathering and Pokemon together, and I was finding out through early experimentation with what I had already on Master Duel found that Yu-Gi-Oh was my card game of choice. I was hoping we could have
let's pause real quick. Awful sentence, dog. Fucking.
I should have maybe touched this one up a little.
Go back and check that. Check your fucking work on that one, buddy. That is, whoa, that's a rough one.
I was hoping we could have another card game to share, especially so today with the direction that Magic has been going in. So when I explained that she would just need to play the tutorial and put in a code, I was surprised that she refused. Now, I'll be the first to admit that I didn't respond well. I told her it's like half an hour at most, and you have free time all day now that you don't have a job.
Just play it for her, dude. I know we haven't read like 2/3 of this, but like already it's just like, just do it for her. Like, what are you talking? Just download Master Duel, put her email in, play this tutorial. Like, are we fucking for real right now?
First off, that is a violation of Steam's policies.
I was gonna say that.
Second off, what fucking do it, you stupid ass neat? What, you're unemployed? You're not doing anything. Fucking get up off your ass and play some
Saying that
Yu-Gi-Oh!
to your girlfriend is fucking crazy, by the way.
Oh my god. This is like some shit I would say to my friend, like, to make him feel worse.
You're unemployed. You have plenty of time. Do this. I realized pretty quickly that I was being a pushy asshole about it, and I apologized. She begrudgingly downloaded Master Duel and used my code, and I've been playing consistently ever since. She's had no interest in the game, and I accepted that it probably just wasn't for her. But as time went on, it seemed to go beyond just not being interested. Whenever the topic of Yu-Gi-Oh would come up, be it the card game, friends reminiscing of the anime, or it coming up in unrelated conversations or videos she's watching, Moyi checks out entirely and seems to shut down as soon as Yu-Gi-Oh is mentioned.
Dude, this guy probably doesn't ever shut the fuck up, like, Jesus. Like, can we just say that? He's probably yapping 24/7 about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay, but like in his defense, right? Like, it's this new crazy, like, fun hobby. Like, you know, when you get into something for the first time, it's like all you can think about, you know? A few weeks ago while we're hanging out, it came up how the Golden Sword Souls went on an extended back and forth, joking about the Yu-Gi-Oh anime and abridged, and that's when Moyi hit me with something that's been weighing pretty heavily on me. You only have yourself to blame, you know? If you didn't push me so hard to do that Master Duel thing, I wouldn't hate Yu-Gi-Oh as much. So here I am, having found a hobby I really enjoy and wanting to share with my girlfriend, but facing the fact that I turned her away from it in the first place. This is a hobby I've come to take a good amount of pride in. When I'm in a better spot financially, I want to compete and grow as a player and attend regionals and YCSs. I have a passion for the game that the Golden Sword Souls don't share, and just the mention of the word Yu-Gi-Oh is enough to close Moyi off. And at the end of the day, it comes back down to me being insensitive and pushy a few years ago.
How much of an asshole do you think he was when, like, because when I look at these sometimes, it's like, okay, this is what they were willing to tell us to, you know, read in a video. And he's already looking pretty bad at the beginning. So, like, how much of a, like,
how bad does it go?
No wonder she's, like, doesn't like Yu-Gi-Oh! Also, like, you can do things without your girlfriend. You don't have to force your friend or your partner to, like, get into a game that none of our wives play Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, I mean, I think that, like, at this point, our wives have probably all heard us, like, bitch about it and talk about it for hours on end. But, like, it's like half an hour at most and you have free time all day now that you don't have a job, and then now you're wondering why she doesn't like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay, to be fair, I don't think it's like he's, like, upset that she isn't into it. It's more just like whenever she's around and he's, like, talking about it with his friends and stuff, she's just, like, you know, being really kind of moody about it, or, like, you know, just, like, trying to shut down the conversation.
But is she being moody or is he being annoying?
Always two sides to a story.
I'm gonna say something here that's maybe a little mean. This sentence is not enough to hate the mention of Yu-Gi-Oh forever. Like,
sure.
You mean the initial incident?
Either she's totally moody and a ridiculous female, or
I'm inclined
you're not
to believe
being
that
told
one.
something here. Or maybe it wasn't that they had one conversation. Maybe they had 1,000 conversations where he was just nagging her to do it. I don't know. The unfortunate truth of the matter is, you two got into Magic the Gathering and Pokemon together, right? And good luck. It's like talking to, like, QAnon people, right? Like, they're just already unreasonable. So if you try and show them the light of the truth, here being playing Yu-Gi-Oh is good, they're just going to be like, well, that's not what my commander pod said, right? Like, it's too late. You have to break up. You have to find a new girlfriend, and you have to be more annoying, in fact, so that she can't ignore playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Discard. I'll give a really embarrassing anecdote of sorts here, but one day when I was in the kitchen preparing some tea, I was boiling the kettle, and it took a little long to boil because I'd put like too much water in. And my wife like just snapped at me. She was like, "Why do you always boil so much water? It's not good for the environment." And I looked at her and I was like, really strange thing to kind of snap over. So usually there's like an underlying thing here.
As we say on WotC, the Iranian yogurt was not the problem.
Is it Aryan by any chance? Is that what you're referring to? Iran?
No, it's an old Am I the Asshole post.
Okay, well, my wife loves that yogurt. It's called Iran, I think. Anyway, so the point is like, I don't think she hates Yu-Gi-Oh! Or whatever that initial incident was about Yu-Gi-Oh! And being forced to play a tutorial. It's an underlying issue that is coming from the root cause of something that's occurred in this relationship that you both need to introspectively analyze, think about, and get to the like real root of. You know, it's about like conceptual things of like trust or boundaries and stuff like that, right? It's not about playing Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not about being asked to do a campaign code tutorial, right? So that's what you kind of need to like think about this with your girlfriend.
And as much as you're like, she's hung up on this stupid fucking thing I said, you know, X number of years ago, aren't you also quite hung up on the fact that she didn't give you a campaign code 2 years ago? Like, I hate to be a bitch about it, but what are you, broke? Like, the Sword Soul
Dude!
Well, Sword Soul is a very inexpensive deck. Like, there's
He should have just made a meme and posted it on Master Duel Reddit with his campaign code on.
Yeah, like just post it on Twitter or something, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, this guy literally chose Moyi over his girl, by the way. That's crazy.
My girl
Literally.
is drowning. No, I think this is one of those situations where it's like, you need to be honest with us about how annoying you were. If you were as annoying as you mentioned in here and not as annoying as we're inferring, then you need to be honest with your significant other about how, you know, she needs to be fucking for real. And regardless, it would really behoove you to just have a conversation in general. Like, you should, if this is something that's been weighing on both your psyches for 2 years, you need to fucking talk about it in a meaningful way like adults, instead of being like, Farfa, which one of us was wrong when it comes to making moye? How hard would it be to be like, I was trying to get in and it was pretty hurtful to me that you wouldn't devote some time, and she'd be like, I felt really disrespected when you said, you're broke, fucking do this for me.
Yeah, can I just say, like, you should, this sentence, like, you have free time all day now that you don't have a job, like, you should just never say that to anyone.
Ever.
I think.
You
And
actually
also,
should say it. It's super
I think you
important.
skipped over that sentence, Nadir, but he had said here that she had lost her job like just a few weeks prior. Like, that's crazy to say to your girlfriend.
That is so
I don't know.
awesome.
Like,
That's a
To
lot of
immediately
lathering.
be like, well, come on, you know, you ain't doing shit.
You know, during the job hunt break after rejection number 200 or whatever it is out there these days.
all the
you know.
tennies are commons and rares. Just craft them. Like, how are we in this situation in the first place?
Yes.
So this story starts back in middle school in the band hall.
Jesus.
And that's where every good story starts. I wish Gage was here for this one.
This one time at band hall.
After every practice, the school would allow us 30 to 45 minutes for outside activities since the band took up the slot in PE. Physical education, I think. Is that what you guys call it
Yeah,
as well?
yeah.
During this free time, me and my group would play Yu-Gi-Oh! For Auntie.
PE actually stands for penis experimentation. They teach you how to jack off.
You have a metaphor for that?
Yeah, I actually do. Yeah.
Very nice.
Let me tell you, you can pay for the whole hour, but you're only going to use the first 5 minutes.
You don't know my current level skills. Picking a card from the person's deck to put on the line, or in the rare case of full decks on the line.
Horrible idea, by the way.
Yeah,
Already
really not good.
Fucking
Yeah,
horrible
really
idea.
not good. Yeah.
Okay, you
this
need
is
to
just gonna
understand
go
the
forward.
anime sets a really bad precedent for this, okay?
It does, yeah. It definitely does.
No, I thought you were playing for your best card. Like, as a kid, I thought that was true. But full decks, doing an ante for... Anyway, sorry, keep reading.
There was one kid in the friend group, Golden Lord, that got Xyz monsters before anyone else, and he was beating our ass with OG Utopia. After 2 weeks of everyone losing cards to Golden Lord, I challenged him to a duel with my Dragoonity deck and won, after losing 12 cards to him myself. Do you think the 12 cards were missing from the Yugioh deck?
Dude, I don't know. This is just like I love reading these ones from like little kids, and it's just like, you know, the types of shit only little kids. Anyway.
Getting his number 39 Utopia as my prize, I ran off to show it to my friends, knowing full well that the next day he would challenge me again for it back. Fast forward to that night. Keeping the Golden Lord's prized Utopia in my hands, I vowed to not be beaten by that card ever again. So I did the only logical thing a middle schooler would do. I picked up a pair of scissors and cut the art out of the card and placed it in the clear slot in my wallet.
That's pretty baller, honestly.
That honestly, like Weevil Underwood style, now no one will use it against me.
About to say, like, nope, okay, maybe this guy's on it. You know, this is the problem with the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. It teaches people bad rules to go off of.
The next day came around, and sure enough, the Golden Lord challenged me to a duel for Utopia. I looked him dead in the eyes and told him I was really sorry to tell him this, but my sister thought the art was really cool, and cut it out of the card, all while showing him the art in my wallet.
The dog ate my homework, bro.
Yeah,
Trust
my
me.
sister ate my fucking
Utopia. The Golden Lord was extremely upset that his prize Yu-Gi-Oh card got destroyed the same day he lost it. To wrap things up, I ended up winning back 11 of my 12 cards over the next few weeks in duels with Golden Lord and our other friends. I'd say I'd feel bad about destroying the card, but I don't in the slightest. Does that make me a bad person? In some actual good news, we all played Yu-Gi-Oh for the next 6 years together, having some wild memories through middle school and high school. And as a side note, I won 5 out of the 6 people's high school decks and still own them to this day. I sleeve them up and everything.
We get it. You're the best in this school. Holy
yeah,
shit, dude.
You fucking rock. In middle school, you were unfucking touchable. You could have gone pro if you didn't tear your ACL. No, this sucks, dude. You fucking suck dick. You're an asshole.
What? Okay, dude, I think it's hilarious. I think that's exactly what a middle schooler would do. Like,
yeah, it is. No, don't get me wrong. It is funny as fuck. It's like extremely funny.
But can I make the argument here that they're playing for an ante, and I assume that means you get to keep the card and it's yours now, right? So doesn't it technically mean he can do whatever he wants with it?
What do you fucking care about technicalities? Yeah, sure, he could, but he shouldn't.
Like, ultimately, it doesn't matter. Like, who cares? But
right. Like, no, it doesn't make you a bad person. We're back to the ones where people are submitting stuff from when they were like 10.
I think it does make you a bad person. Motherfucker has no remorse for
this. He doesn't,
Wait, okay, that's what I want. If this person is watching the video, I'm not sure. Do people that send these in reply to the video ever? I don't actually know. I would be curious to know if this guy ever told that dude that he was the one that cut it up. Because if you haven't, you should.
Like Fredo style. I know it was you.
Come to terms with that. No, but okay, listen. I again, it doesn't matter. It's really not that big of a deal. They're all friends now. Everyone's happy. Kumbaya. But like, he gets to do what he wants with the card, right? Like,
this is just a Starlight thing all over again from last week. Sometimes rules are about the spirit of them, like how they were intended, not so much like, yeah, technically it's both. Technically, he was fine cutting up something that he owned, but also they very clearly had a little group of people that were dueling each other at recess for a pool of the same cards, right? So, but I don't know. This is really funny, yeah.
It is funny as fuck, I will be honest.
You guys never played for aunties before?
Maybe? I don't know. I think by the time we learned the rules at my school, we no longer, we also knew that there was no longer an ante, so.
I think we had like a bit of an incident when I was at school or something where there was like an ante duel over like Yugioh, who was like, money at the time. And basically like the kid who lost it in a fair and square duel just, got his mom involved and said like, it's not fair, it's my card, even though he lost fair and square. But it's a child at the end of the day. They don't really have the capability to make that kind of decision. So it became like this whole thing when I was at school. And like eventually, I think it was like one of the reasons that led to like them just, I don't think they outright banned Yu-Gi-Oh in my school, but they definitely like heavily discouraged it.
But I mean, that brings up a good point in terms of, I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh cards got banned at my school. It sounds like they got restricted at your school and stuff like that. Like, I think us as card game players go, well, I mean, it's literally a trading card game. Of course, you're allowed to trade it. But you're exactly right, where the kids don't understand value. And even if that doesn't matter, it's like, from a parent's perspective, if you take the card game aspect out of it and just say like, No, they don't want their kid that they bought a toy for getting rid of that toy in like a gambling, betting situation.
Right, of
I've read
course.
stories from people that are like, my kid went to school and traded his Switch for a granola bar or something, and then they have to like reach out to the
Granola
parents. Because kids just like don't know. They don't understand. So,
Did you guys see
Yeah,
any
I
of the
don't know, this
drama
is
on
weird.
Twitter with Triff ratioing Tim Pool?
dude, it's what is that guy doing out here, man?
He rocks, dude. I imagine like some like fucking Russian oligarch who like owns 10% of the world's oil or something, looking at the Twitter account and being like, what are we fucking paying this guy for? Like he's getting owned by a guy with a Metafy. Like, are you fucking for real?
So for context for the viewers, Tim Pool is, this, right-wing commentator on podcasts, just one of those guys. And he basically made this like tweet talking about card games in general. He brought up Pokemon, Magic, and Yu-Gi-Oh specifically. And he basically said that like, this is TLDR, this is like a gambling thing that operate in the gray area of gambling laws. That's why they're not illegal and stuff for children. They don't take any skill or something, he said. And then Trev replies to him.
Triff was
I
like,
can't remember-
you said they don't take any skill? What the fuck? It's awesome.
I can't remember exactly what he said, but he like had like
He
thousands
said like,
of
we
more
get
likes.
it. You fucking suck at
Yeah.
TCGs. It was really good.
I also liked your post, Joseph, though, with the Jinzo with the beanie on. Was
Yeah,
pretty good,
that
too.
dude does not have hair. He is quite a hairless individual.
And that's okay, like.
Always be suspicious of people who wear a full covering on their head with some sort of like cap or beanie like that. Indoors, never trust them. Never trust them.
That sounds kind of racist, I don't
Yeah,
know.
true. So myself, Avion, and friends Clayman and Sparkman all got a trailer together in 2011.
I like this one already.
Is this clearly American here? But is this like a normal thing people do?
No, it's
No.
not, man. No, it's not.
Yeah, are you sure? Maybe like out Midwest or something? Like
I live in maybe I don't live like this far in the, the rural areas, but no, I guess you can share an apartment together, so you can share a trailer together, but trailers are like small as fuck. I don't know. It's, they probably didn't want to, right? It is what it is.
we called it Duel Academy and would go to our locals and pretty much sweep.
These guys are awesome. I love them.
I mean, it's important. I want you all to know that there are hundreds of thousands of people in America who live like this. Who get like a trailer, they're like, dude, we're just like Duel Academy. Let's go fuck up our locals. That like
It's
I'm
like all
sorry?
those startup companies that are like flying out to
Exactly,
California, and there's like 8 college guys in a room all using AI like to buy apes or whatever online. I don't know what
Yeah.
they do these days.
That's what they
But,
do. Same thing.
Guys just want to all move in together and have a common goal. I think that's what it really is about.
I legitimately would have killed to live like this when I was like 19. I'm sure. Like, it sounds fucking awesome.
Well, one day Clayman decided to not tell anyone that he destroyed his clay pants at work that night. Didn't throw them in the washer or anything, just on the bathroom floor. Well, we share everything.
Okay, wait. There's another angle to this. What the fuck? Are they like anti-ownership people or something? What's going
I think
on?
they're
It's like an
poly-
anarchist commune for Yu-Gi-Oh!
I don't recognize principles of ownership of doo-doo diapers.
Well, we share everything. So we all hurried, got dressed, and went to locals. On the ride there, we smelled something. Awful. First, Sparkman said he had a burrito and apologized. We all laughed about it.
Ha ha ha.
The smell persisted. It was a 10-minute drive. We all checked our shoes in the car, but couldn't find anything. Clayman was acting very weird. 20 minutes into locals, people were...
You went to local still? Dude, you guys smell like shit? Oh my god, man.
Look, man, this is the top 3 local finishers, like, coming from their trailer home, okay? Like, they don't hold back for anyone, okay? Can't take that round 1 loss. 20 minutes into locals, people were complaining about a shit smell. The owner was spraying Febreze and nobody could pinpoint it. And then I realized it was coming from me. I went to the restroom, took my clothes off, and the moment I took the black pants off, I saw a green-brown stain on the butt.
Why are you sharing pants? Why did you not notice that? Are you sharing underwear too? How do you put on pants that smell and look like they have shit in them and go, no, this is normal? Like, how bad did that trailer smell where there weren't any red flags about?
Dude,
like,
I hate to do this. I can totally see what happened here. It's
okay,
and
go
it's
on.
gonna sound bad. It's gonna sound mean. This is an alcoholic person.
Okay.
Oh, you think they're all alcoholics?
I think that Clayman is. You know, that's what happens is you accidentally shit yourself and don't realize.
But how did
or
this guy
something.
put on his fucking shit pants?
Well, I guess,
He
Who sees a
legitimately
pair of
might not
pants
have.
in a bathroom and goes, let me put those on?
they
man."
share everything, Doug. You
They
need to
share
understand.
everything.
They're fucking, I don't know.
If they're fucking, that's the good outcome. I will tell you that.
My friend texted me and it simply said, sorry, bro.
Oh,
I left the
thanks.
locals immediately redder than I've ever been.
Oh, that solves it then.
Me and my friend both made up, but I haven't gone to the locals since. My friend said that they called me the dookie duelist for 3 months.
Okay, that's fucking funny though.
I almost just did a literal spit take. Holy shit. The
Dookie
Dookie Duelist.
Holy shit! Oh my god.
This one got me
So he kept
me of Peeps.
living with them, huh?
I guess so, yeah. What, are they still there, do you think? Oh my god. I don't know what to say, man. Like, you don't... sharing clothes? Like, I don't know. Maybe, like girls share, like, dresses and stuff, maybe. Like, what is it? Like, pants? Like...
Dude, girls share everything. But I will say here, what if this whole thing is like retelling, sort of reworking the narrative, and actually the person that wrote us is the person that shit the pants?
Oh.
And they did this elaborate thing so that all the
Oh.
people calling them Dookie Duelist, you know, they know the truth. I think we might have an unreliable narrator right here.
Okay, I have to ask. If you are this person, let me know. Were you guys strung out or something? Like, I'm trying to figure out, were you like dope sick? Were you like huffing inhalants? I can't imagine like, oops, I just shit my pants. Let me put them on the floor. Someone else picks up the pants and wears them and doesn't realize that they have shit in their doo-doo pants.
And that's where I go, like how bad did the trailers smell? Where like that wasn't
like
a red
3 Yu-Gi-Oh
flag.
players in a trailer. Imagine how that shit smelled.
Like just anyone that's listening, just put yourself in the perspective of going up to your own pants, you know, maybe a dog shit in them or something, and you like pick them up to put on, you smell the shit and you just keep putting them on, right? Like that doesn't make any sense. So the only way this story works is if they all smell like shit constantly, in which case I think we all are familiar with people that get first at locals and are just losers.
Yeah, maybe, you know, I hope you guys have done something about the hygiene issue over the last few years. Got yourselves, you know, your own
I hope
places.
you have like, I hope you found better housing.
Like, otherwise you have probably just, like, contracted HBV or something at this point.
I just don't get how they put on the pants.
Put on
and
your
then
friend's
went to
pants and
locals.
didn't realize
Like,
there was doo-doo shit in them. You're like,
'Cause,
wow,
like,
these are
if
some
you're-
squishy ass pants. Because he says he shit himself at work, and then they immediately went to locals, right?
To jump
So
in the
was
shower.
No, it was
in the
from like the
dry?
day before, I think.
So it was in their house an entire day, and no one noticed.
I just don't get how you, like, how bad is the incident, right? Because there's like 2 layers of clothing, right, before it gets to like the stain in the pants. Like that must have been bad, you know?
I'm sorry, I still just I can't imagine picking up a random pair of pants on the ground and like they smell like shit and you don't notice
It's
it. Like,
demonic, dude. There's
and
no
that's where
other
it's like
word
I
for it.
think Joseph, you're onto something. I think they're fucked up in some way, but I'm just picturing like I don't think someone that was high would be like, where's that shit smell coming from? He, he, and then go on with their day. Like, it has to be people that are drunk, and it's just like, I don't know, man. This just, the Dookie Duelist. You guys are a Dookie trailer. The Dookie
say-
Academy. That's what they were.
Hey, that's true. I will say Dookie Duelist is fucking
Dookie
funny.
Academy.
Like, he got totally owned there.
All right, enough talking about poo-poo. Yep, that's
You
a wrap.
sure? We can keep
No,
going.
it's starting to
What
get
a
little
great one to
nauseous
end
now.
on. You sure you don't have another story?
Thanks everyone for tuning in. As always, remember, keep your stories anonymized, character names, locations, etc. Email is in the description. Of course, thank you as always to Doug and Joseph for joining another episode.
Check your pants before you put them on, guys. Check your pants.